Welcome back to the Today's Soapbox podcast. This episode accompanies the article Protecting Private Childhoods, originally published September 1st, 2025. I will be reading the article as written in the web version with minor adjustments for the audio format. This podcast is sponsored by the Today's Soapbox website, which you can access at todays-soapbox.com. If you want to support the work I'm doing there to promote independent journalism, you can find details on the website on how to support with your engagement and money if you're willing. My name is S, and I'm the main writer for today's soapbox. To protect the privacy of the children mentioned, no images or names of minors will be included. Actress Millie Bobby Brown and her husband, Jake Bon Jovi, went viral on August 21st, 2025, by sharing in a joint Instagram post that they had recently adopted a baby girl. Notably, they shared that they were requesting peace and privacy in this new chapter. Brown and Bon Jovi's publicly spoken desire to protect their daughter's identity through keeping her life offline brings the issue of children's privacy online back to the forefront of current discourse. The push for children's digital privacy also follows the story of a social media influencer who was arrested in 2023 for child abuse that had been concealed while posting her children's lives online. This year, her eldest daughter, Sherry Frankie, released The House of My Mother, a book detailing her experience as a child online. Frankie also participated in Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Frankie, a documentary about the case with her brother Chad and father Kevin. Frankie was able to be directly involved with the production of her book and the documentary, putting the story of her family back in her hands. After a childhood with no control over how she was portrayed and perceived, Sherry Frankie was back in the driver's seat. What is a child influencer? Suzanne Byrne of BBC tells the story of a family that began sharing their 2-year-old son publicly online for friends and family. Eventually, they were gifted products to feature in their posts and brought in money from their social media accounts featuring their son. Other children featured in Byrne's article aspire to be content creators, and their parents paid to attend training camps to learn. Content creators can also make money from YouTube by monetizing their videos through the YouTube Partnership Program, or YPP, and AdSense. While the YPP and AdSense have an age limit, there is a loophole that allows a parent or older sibling who is over 18 to monetize on their behalf. Monetizing child influencers contributes to capitalism, marketing them to their audience of children and families. Amanda Reggio writes, even though creators have many avenues to monetize their content, involving children in these streams of revenue is what sets family vlogging apart from other video content, placing it in the realm of child labor. End quote. Many social media sites prevent children under the age of 13 from joining their platform, even though experts believe 13 is too young for a child to use them. The audience for these posts made by young girls' parents is not who you think it may be. Researchers have found that much of their audience is adult men. Lack of legal protection. These children are bringing in income for their families, but they are not adequately protected from exploitation by child labor laws. Child influencers, also known as kidfluencers, are not considered employees of the companies who sponsor them, so they are not protected by employee protection laws. Marina Masterson, JD, writes, quote, unless their parents voluntarily allow it, there is currently no mechanism to provide kidfluencers with legal ownership of their earnings from social media content, end quote. While child actors make money by portraying a fictional character, child influencers put a curated image of their real identity and personality out there. Michaela Jaro, JD, writes, quote, the heightened connection between kidfluencers and their audience at the touch of a button creates an amplified risk for the loss of a child's privacy and even raises serious safety concerns. Furthermore, kidfluencers often do not have the ability to meaningfully consent to the information published about them, as their parents largely generate and control their content. End quote. The hours a child influencer can work are not regulated, which means they're at a strong risk of being exploited for their labor. This social media exposure can also lead to bullying by peers as they grow up and encounter their audience in real life. Putting personal information online is something that has to be done with careful consideration. Children do not understand these risks and cannot give informed consent to their information being shared. Many risks are present as this information can be misused by anyone who can see it. According to CBS Sacramento, parents, quote, unintentionally put their children at risk of hacking, facial recognition tracking, pedophilia, and other online threats to privacy and security when oversharing on social media, end quote. Even parents who teach their children to have autonomy in other parts of their lives, such as over their body or what they wear, do not extend it to their online presence. Tara Hale writes about a family whose child started to become conscious of the fact that photos their parents took of them could be posted and shared on the internet. They began asking every time a photo was taken if it would be posted to social media and requesting that they not be. The parent then decided to ask the child and show them the photos before anything else was posted. Sharing images of a child online creates a digital footprint of them before they are of age. As many as 92% of American children have an online presence before they even turn 2. This includes the day of their birth and even before, with sonograms and birth announcements being posted for audiences. Pressure to earn. A high level of digital exposure also presents mental health concerns for children. The career of a child influencer is dependent on others' perceptions of them. This pressure to perform childhood for an audience is intensified when financial income is involved. Forteza Latifi writes for Teen Vogue in 2024 that the only state with any laws regulating the earnings of child influencers is Illinois. Other states have introduced legislation after the publication of Latifi's article. In May 2025, the Council of State Governments Southern Office, CSG South, published an issue brief with updated state legal protections for child influencers. Advocates for these protections include the aforementioned Sherry Frankie and former child actor Allison Stoner, a self-proclaimed survivor of the toddler-to-train-wreck pipeline. Child influencers and actors have no control over their life's narratives, and Frankie and Stoner know this firsthand. Millie Bobby Brown gained fame as a child actress on Netflix's Stranger Things. Jake Bon Jovi grew up as the son of music legend Jon Bon Jovi. The couple knows childhood fame well. Their decision to keep their daughter's life private is an informed one based on experience and understanding. If there was ever a celebrity life choice that sparked a change, let's hope it's this one. Things to consider if you decide to post anyways. To share pictures of and details about your child with family, opt for a group chat or shared album with clear boundaries as an alternative. If you still decide to post pictures of your child, here are tips to be safer. If you are posting back-to-school pictures, never disclose the name of your child's school or their teacher. School bell schedules can be found publicly online, making it easier to find where your child will be and when. If posting a birth announcement, limit the information shared. Date, location, and measurements at birth and middle names are often security questions for future accounts and can be exploited. Do not tag a location in a picture of a child while you are in that location or if you frequent it. This prevents your audience from knowing where your child is in real time. Do not post your child in compromising situations. These may include, but are not limited to, bath time, potty training, swimming or wearing a swimsuit, a child in distress or sick or injured, and a child in any state of undress. Ask your children and their friends or parents of their friends if applicable before posting pictures of them online and explain the reach your post may have. Explain who will see this post and be willing to remove it if they change their mind at any point. Ask yourself if any of the information you are sharing could be used to bully or harm your child in the future. If the answer is yes, do not post it. You lose nothing and you prevent future harm. Consider only posting pictures of your child to a private story on Instagram. Even a private account can include followers who you do not know or trust. A private or close friends story can be limited to people you know and trust in person. According to RAINN, 93% of child abuse victims know their abuser. Remember that the internet is forever. Anything can be screenshotted and distributed without your permission, even if it was only available temporarily. This distribution can include sending these images to potentially dangerous people and websites. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode.